Welcome back to Good Morning La La. We are with breakout pop star Royse. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, thank you so much for being with us today.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Congratulations on your massive success. We loved hearing your hit at the top of the show. Tell us what inspired that song.
So it's funny. That song's actually about my best friend. And at the time, she was moving to New Zealand. And I was so sad because she'd been like, you know, like my family. Because I moved out here when I was 18. And like she became my family out here. So when she was moving, I was like, you know what? No matter what it is, I'll stay in the madness with you, the madness of this world. You know, and a lot of people think it's about a boy, but I'm like, no, it's about my best friend.
Well, it's so important to have a tribe like that.
It's so important. Like the people around you really define you. And so I've gotten really lucky to have just very awesome people in my life. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your journey. How did you came here at 18 and did you were singing already?
Yeah, so I've been singing my whole life. I always joke that I came out of the womb singing, not necessarily crying. I was just like, ah! But yeah, so I just always have loved music and it's something I've always just felt like I had to do. And I moved out here. I came to school for music production. I got my degree in music production and it was just awesome. And then I worked with this French producer and I went and got to record in France. And then I met my current producer, Adrian Gervitz, made this music with him and it's just been such a fun journey the whole time.
And rumor has it Adrian's worked with some of like the most iconic
yes.
Including Whitney Houston.
Yeah, Whitney Houston, Aaron Carter, like the list goes on and on.
Royse, tell us about the video we're seeing.
Oh, so this video I actually got to film with one of my best friends. His name is Christian, and it was such a fun video. I got to be very raw because I've had my heart broken quite a few times. So I kind of just poured that into this video.
Is that where your greatest inspiration comes from?
Oh,
your own personal life?
Oh, yeah. You know, in music, I feel so lucky that I get to use the hardships of life and make something out of it. You know, it gets to be used rather than just tossed to the side.
Totally. What artists have influenced you the most?
Oh gosh, there's so many.
Yeah.
I would say one that I always have just looked up to is Katy Perry. I love Katy Perry.
What is it you love most about Katy Perry?
I love that she's unapologetically herself. She isn't afraid to make a fool of herself. She'll have fun. And then she also is very real and down to earth at the same time.
Yeah, she's also very rich.
Oh,
Also something to admire, I suppose.
Difficult to be unapologetic in Hollywood, and how has Hollywood embraced you?
Actually, I feel like Hollywood, it's easier to be unapologetically yourself. I feel like California is very accepting. Coming from Texas, it was a bit more difficult to be myself. And then when I came out here, people are actually more accepting. You know, I'm curvy. I haven't always been like the skinniest, perfect person. And I've really just grown into this like self-love and self-acceptance. And I am beautiful the way I am. And you would think coming to Hollywood that it would be the opposite. But really out here, I feel like I've been more accepted and loved out here than most places.
Yay, LaLa.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's like different than what you usually hear. But I really love it out here.
Right.
So in addition to the role that LA played in your self-love, what would you say has helped you love yourself the most?
Oh, there's so many things. Because I've gone through a lot of just like mental struggles in my life. And I feel like number one, growing my relationship with God and finding my self-worth in putting something into things that can't change. So I used to put my happiness into things that could change and things that were unstable. But now I've decided to put my happiness in things that can't change and getting a firm foundation. And I think when you move out here, there's so many possibilities of who you could be. So you get the opportunity to explore that and really figure out who you want to be and who you are.
Fantastic.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
My pride.
Yes.
Faith in Hollywood. I mean, that's I think it's one of the biggest disciplines here, to stay grounded, stay knowing that it's all here, no matter what's happening, the success out there, that's got to stay in here.
It's got to start here because things can change. You can get some highs here and some lows, but faith in Hollywood. I like that. That might be my next song. Faith in Hollywood. I love that.
Well, I hope you debut it here on Good
Yes, I'll come here and sing it first.
Well, tell everyone where they can find and follow your journey and get your music.
So Royse Music, that's basically my handle on everything, but it's Royse. Had to be a little different. Royse Music, and anywhere you can find me.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, you guys.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.